Okay, so I think we're live. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Terry Three, the Black Jurist, uh, talking today about day two of the Ketanji Brown Jackson hearings, and most particularly, we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the day. Um, First and foremost, we have to talk about the openings of the hearing by Dick Durbin and Chuck Grassley. When I look down, I'm looking at my notes. Um, Dick Durbin took his opening to talk about, judicial philosophy and how Judge Jackson ruled in some of the sentencing guideline cases, particularly for child offenders. And see, this is something that's most oh Lord, where there needs to be a great deal of understanding of how the law works. Judges go based on the guidelines that the law provides. If Congress wanted or wants stricter guidelines, they're going to have to implement those and give a purview or a discretion to the judge of where along those guidelines they can sentence someone. This all came out of the criticism that Senator Josh Hawley, who's positioning himself for president, to run for president, he, thought that this was a great point to attack Judge Jackson on. Now, he is quite frankly mistaken to that point. And when Senator Durbin brought this up, he brought up some of the judges that Senator Hawley voted for, and those that are from Missouri, and appointed by the previous president, or nominated by the previous president, Donald Trump, as well. He said, look, here's some judges that you voted for, Senator Hawley, and here you are now claiming that you don't understand how this works. It was a non-point, it was a moot point. Judicial philosophy, I think that Judge Jackson has what's called a positivist approach. And essentially, she looks at the facts that are in front of her. She does not believe in a living constitutional document. She believes that there's a set document that, quite frankly, you have to apply and interpret your facts to. Let's see if we can find a better I'm sorry, trying to figure out how to find the positivist judicial approach. Legal positive school of jurisprudence schools advocates believe there's only legitimate sources of law and are those written rules, regulations, etc. I think this is what Judge Jackson would fall in line with. And coincidentally, at the University of Baltimore, we're going over these things right now in my critical legal theory class. And so this is kind of cool to see it right in action. Now, moving further along, you have Chuck Grassley, who brought up Judge Jackson's defense of Gitmo detainees, and he brought up the fact that she's a public defender, and he didn't bring it up in a disparaging way. He more so brought it up to say, hey, there are roles and jobs in our government that somebody has to do, and that she stepped up for those. Now, and he also kind of highlighted that positivist approach. One last thing that I want to highlight before the Senate reconvenes to continue her hearing is that a lot of people have pressed her on if she's like a political operative. I doubt that she is. She is more so a person that applies the rules and calls balls and strikes. Now, what do I think of her as a judge? I think that she would be a fair judge. I think that she would be one that interprets the law as it's written and applies those rules. The reason I say that is because there is a case right here. I hope you can see it, called Ross v. Lockheed Martin, where essentially it was a class action lawsuit. Um, Vernon Ross and Deborah Josie, they're Black defendants. They were going up against Lockheed Martin, and they wanted to launch a class action lawsuit against Lockheed Martin, where they said, "Hey, well, we represent the 5,000 Black people who work at this plant, right?" And Judge Jackson applied the rules of Rule 23A and said, quite frankly, you guys don't quite frankly meet that standard, right? And so she dismissed the whole claim, but that lawsuit ended up being allowed to settle outside of court in about 2020, I think it was, although it did not settle or did not reach an agreement. She didn't approve the settlement in um, she didn't approve that settlement in the court, whatever. But I just think that a lot of people are trying to make her out to be some type of political operative, and she's just not that. And so that said, it's about 5 more minutes or so until the court, until Congress hearing reconvenes. And I think so far is going well. I think what is happening, or the pressing her in certain issues, are normal to be expected. I don't think it's been contentious. I think that Senator Hawley and Marsha Blackburn, they tried to score some punches on the first day. I don't think that they're going to be successful in doing it. She's been pretty good at just sticking to what her beliefs are and defending her record. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Black Jurist. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You could also share this video. I plan to come out with tons more content regarding a Black letter law interpretation of different things in the law, whether it be legislation or legal cases. Black letter law being, if for those who do not know, Black letter law is interpreting the words that are there, finding the definition of it. Black letter dictionary has been around since I'd say about the 1800s, late 1700s, but 1800s, and it is definitely the way. It is the official legal dictionary if there is one. And so, all right, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.